Hello, my friends. Maricela Messner here. I wanted to just connect with you today and talk to you a little bit about something that I have personally been working through in the last couple of years. I've always had great jobs. I've always made great money, but somewhere rooted in my background, there's a scarcity mindset, and it's something that I've actively been working through. And the reason I'm sharing this today is I actually had a conversation with a client today, and we started talking about an interaction that she had. So she had actually scheduled an appointment with a practitioner, and the minute the practitioner said, hey, you're gonna need this type of supplement or whatever it was, it's like my client stopped listening to the practitioner because she knew how expensive that was going to be. And the irony is sometimes when we don't have tremendous self-worth, we don't think that something so expensive is worthy of us taking it. And in this case, it was somebody, more holistic, kind of like a naturopath. So it wasn't necessarily a doctor, because sometimes I think when it's a doctor that says, well, I'm going to write you this prescription, then you decide, okay, well, it's a prescription that, maybe my insurance can pay for it and I can come up with the rest or whatever. But in this case, whatever the item was, this person had to come out of their pocket to pay for most of it, if not all. And they kind of stopped and said, wait a minute, this is too much money. I think I'll be okay. And maybe I don't need to take it. And so the conversation really stemmed around just how sometimes we don't think we're worthy enough to invest in certain things that are going to make us healthier, better. And then the more we talk, the more I was able to share some examples of just how there's days where I see scarcity in my life. And a really simple example, but it's one that I kind of catch myself this week. I work from home, and there's this really nice community that I live in, but across the street, there's a moving truck, and it says U-Haul on it. And I've been sitting there watching this truck there for almost a week. And initially I thought, oh, okay, these guys are moving. I saw it there, I think Sunday night. And then I thought, oh, I guess people are going to show up and, they're going to move their stuff and they're going to move on. Well, a part of me is sitting there wondering, because it's now Thursday and this moving truck is still there. And I was like, whoa, why is it that this truck is still there? And a little bit of my upbringing is always like, okay, save a little bit of money here, kind of save for a rainy day. And I'm sitting there counting the number of days that this truck has been sitting there. And all I can think of is dollar bills that are just like being, spent somehow. And then even this morning, as I turned back around, after I went to drop off my son and I came home, I thought, well, maybe they own the truck. And then again, my mindset went to this, well, why aren't they making any money by renting this truck out to someone? And I shared just such a simple story because I still get caught up sometimes in these mindsets around, well, why is someone, investing their money this way? Or why are they spending this money that way? And then I have to catch myself and realize, wait a minute, okay, that person could be very wealthy and money is not a problem for them because they can invest it in this thing. And ultimately, it's none of my business what they choose to do with their money. But what it teaches me is that I have to be very active in catching myself and thinking through, why am I in a scarcity mindset? Like, what is it about that makes me think that I have some control of that? And releasing that and understanding, you know what? There's times where I've invested things and stuff and money wasn't a problem. I go on vacation. We're going to be renting a beach house in May, and it's a 5-bedroom, probably 4-bath, just gorgeous, beautiful home that's facing the water. And you know what? I don't want anyone to have to tell me that, oh, why are you spending that much money on that? You know what? It's worth it for me because of the work that I do, the investment that my husband makes to our family. It's worth it. And the last thing I want to do is put a price tag on that or have someone come and tell me that I should invest my money that way. And so more than anything, it's just to evaluate and to share with you how important it is to catch those mindset shifts that need to be made so that you can ultimately walk into abundance. And that's the big shift that I've had, I would say, in the last couple of years, is to recognize that there's plenty of money. I have such creative abilities that if I need to make money, okay, I need to create a product, or I need to make more offers, or I need to add more value. And I think for me as a coach, in the last probably 6 months, it's, you know what, my value to the world is going to be a direct reflection of how I'm impacting lives. And then that's going to take care of my bank account. And so before, if I had a really low bank account, it's because I wasn't adding value to the world. You know, I can't just expect for money to come out of somewhere. I need to show up and I need to add more value. And when I do, I'm going to be compensated accordingly. And it's such a interesting way for me to personally view myself, my business, and the changes that I'm progressively making to become a better version of myself. And things like the scarcity mindset that came up in the conversation today, and then even the simple U-Haul expression helped me to say, wait a minute, no, I need to stop thinking in a scarcity way and just, first of all, let it be, because let it go. It's not my thing to worry about. But what I can worry about is, okay, what am I learning from that experience? And ultimately, what kind of decisions am I making to move my business forward, to add value to the world? Because when I do, then I'm going to be compensated accordingly. And ultimately, when I do that, then I can give to charities, I can give to my church, I can give them my time. And it's just a bigger picture than feeling like, oh, I have to hold on to money, or there's not enough money. And like really live in a way that creates freedom and that allows me to be the best version of myself. And that's just one area, but it's such a big part of our lives, because money is one of those things that we are shaped how we grew up, not having enough, having too much, and really evaluating every circumstance that comes our way. And when we see our mindset going in what I would call a negative direction, where we're judging or we're getting caught up in a limiting belief, we stop and we evaluate and we're like, wait, is there a better way to think through that? And so I constantly do that, and I challenge you to do the same way. So thank you so much for listening to me. If I can serve you, please let me know. I'm excited because this afternoon I get to connect with another one of my clients. She's in Brazil, and I'm a coach, right? I offer life coaching advice. I offer business, but for her, she calls me her wealth coach. And I love it because I can take the time to help her see things differently. And in her mind, you know what, you're my wealth coach because you're helping me create the kind of life that I want to be able to have, so that one day my son can go to the right college, so that I can build the business that I want. And it makes me laugh because I never saw myself as a wealth coach, but that's what she calls me. And I'm so honored to be able to pour and give her just insights on how she can expand her money blueprint and ways that she can create, because she's got a tremendous gift that she's going to give to the world, and she's doing it today. She, is an autistic teacher for students. It just really helps in a way in society that we need more people, and then for her to be able to be compensated accordingly because of the impact that she has. So thank you so much for humoring me. I hope you're enjoying my videos. If there's something specific you'd like me to talk about, please let me know what that is. I'm beginning to build my platform. There's so much that I'm passionate about, mindset being one of them. And just please, I really want to add value, and let me know how I can do that. All right. Maricela, Maricela @ messnerleadership.com. All right. Be blessed.